हरे कृष्णा। भगवद गीता एज इट इज। भगवद गीता की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। Reading from Bhagavad Gita, Chapter 2, Contents of the Gita summarized, verse number 57. यः सर्वत्र नभिस्नेहस् तत्तत् प्राप्य शुभाशुभम् न अभिनन्दति न द्वेष्टि तस्य प्रज्ञा प्रतिष्ठिता. In the material world, one who is unaffected by whatever good or evil he may obtain, neither praising it nor despising it, is firmly fixed in perfect knowledge. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. There is always some upheaval in the material world, which may be good or evil. One who is not agitated by such material upheavals, who is unaffected by good and evil, is to be understood to be fixed in Krishna consciousness. As long as one is in the material world, there is always the possibility of good and evil, because this world is full of duality. But one who is fixed in Krishna consciousness is not affected by good and evil, because he is simply concerned with Krishna, who is all good, absolute. Such consciousness in Krishna situates one in a perfect transcendental position called technically Samadhi. So this was Lord Krishna's reply to Arjuna's question as to Kim Prabhasheta. In the previous verse, Arjuna had asked, how does a Sthita Pragya, a liberated soul, how does he respond to the dualities of the material world? And Krishna's response is this, that one who is unaffected by the good or the bad, who neither praises the good nor despises the bad, that person is firmly fixed in perfect knowledge. So he is Sthita Pragya. The next verse, verse number 58. Yada samharate chayam kurmo anganiva sarvashah indriyan indriyarthebhyas tasya prajna pratishtita. One who is able to withdraw his senses from sense objects as a tortoise draws its limbs from within the shell is firmly fixed in perfect consciousness. Purport. The test of a yogi, devotee or self-realized soul is that he is able to control the senses according to his plan. Most people, however, are servant of the senses and are thus directed by the dictation of the senses. That is the answer to the question as to how the yogi is situated. So in the previous verse, Arjuna had asked, Kim asita, how does he sit? So this is how the perfectly situated, sense-controlled person is situated. The senses are compared to venomous serpents. They want to act very loosely and without restriction. The yogi or the devotee must be very strong to control the serpents like a snake charmer. He never allows them to act independently. There are many injunctions in the revealed scriptures. Some of them are do's, do nots, and some of them are do's. Unless one is able to follow the do's and the do not, restricting oneself from the sense enjoyment, it is not possible to be firmly fixed in Krishna consciousness. The best example set herein is a tortoise. The tortoise can at any moment wind up its senses and exhibit them again at any time for a particular purpose. Similarly, the senses of the Krishna conscious person are used only for some particular purpose in the service of the Lord and are withdrawn otherwise. Arjuna is being taught here to use his senses for the service of the Lord, instead of for his own satisfaction. Keeping the senses always in the service of the Lord is the example set by the analogy of the tortoise who keeps the senses within. If you have noticed or seen a tortoise, when it perceives danger, it withdraws its limbs inside and becomes like a hard shell, so the predator is not able to harm it. So that's a beautiful example given here by Lord Krishna, who's saying that be like a tortoise. Use your sense organs only in the service of Krishna. Krishna provided you with these sense organs, and you need to be intelligent enough to use them for the service of Krishna and not for your own sense enjoyment. Why? Because over and over again we have seen the dangers of indulging in sense enjoyment. It has been said in the scriptures that senses are like wild horses. They've been compared to wild horses, and our incessant desires are compared to a wildfire. So indulging in the senses means you are putting butter into the fire, which only makes the fire even more bigger. Or in other words, indulging in the senses makes your desires even grow more bigger. They are not going to be satiated, they just burn more and more. So here Lord Krishna is telling how to respond to the dualities of love and hate, praise and insult. Be like a tortoise, just keep your senses within your control and don't be controlled by your senses. Hope that it makes sense. Thank you for watching. Bhagavad Gita ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. See you next time. Till then, Hare Krishna.